It's
right,
connecting. Oh, you're good now. Go ahead.
Okay. Obviously, we're having some technical difficulties. This is NCHuS week something. This is our new NCHuS page because we're starting to do the live stream because we want to be honest with you guys up front. We want to show you what's really going on with NCHuS media, which is pretty much exactly what you see every week with some minor edits.
With this new format that we're using, there's going to be no scripts. So it's going to be off the
We
tongue.
have nothing. We have no idea what we're talking about at all.
It's going to be tongue-in-cheek.
We're literally just telling you what comes to our mind. I don't know why you just said that. That doesn't even make sense.
You're tongue-in-cheek, boy.
Alright, so, what's going on at NCHuS coming up? Like, what do we got? We got a basketball game?
Yesterday, the boys' basketball team lost to Chief Leshai by 2 points. But the JV game was pretty legendary. They won by 1. It was the JV's first win of this season.
Funny story. The other team actually had 3 free throws at the very end. Missed all of them. We're clutch. We won.
It's true. It's true.
It's pretty good. And there's a basketball game coming up.
There's... Brian, you want to talk about that?
Thursday, we go down to Ilwaco.
Way down.
Yeah, that's 3 hours away, so
a
none
drive.
of you are going to come to it.
That's a drive.
But pull out a win. Ilwaco's actually 8th in the state right now,
But number 2 in our division.
but number 2 in our division. So, it's going to be a crazy game.
Easy win. And then Saturday, game of Ording.
At Ording.
1A Ording.
Yeah, but for 1A, they're not exactly the
They're
best
garbage.
team. We beat them last
They're
year.
not A1.
They are 1A.
They are 1A.
They lost to a 1B school this year, so.
Who'd they play?
But if you think about
Christian,
it, we're really 1B.
we are really
We are
size.
But we
Size.
play up to 2B because we want the competitive spirit that this league has.
That's us. Yes. What about besides? Oh, powerlifting.
That's starting.
That's
No,
officially. It's been started.
They
It
do
started
workouts Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and another day.
So if anybody wants to get jacked, come out to those.
Yeah.
I would flex, but I think on.
Besides sports, though, we got some major events coming up.
Sherlock season 4 came out. It started to come out. That first episode. Those are
I've
like,
never seen that.
it's a pretty good show. It has Benedict Cumberbatch. Or Benedict Cumber something.
They actually moved
Cabbage.
the signs on the wall to where they're all together. So that's something
That's
new.
school news.
That is
School
new.
news.
That is very new. That's NCHuS.
That's
media.
the most interesting that's happened all year.
That's another thing. I feel sorry for anybody who's had to deal with those New Year jokes.
Yeah.
They made one at the game yesterday.
This is our first video this year.
We went there.
We went there.
We're classic comedy. That's what you come to.
We hope you enjoyed your break. We did.
So
But now we're back.
On the subject of break, any of you guys do anything fun?
I saw Rogue One, and let's go now into a movie review of Rogue One, since we've all seen it.
You know, the title was a little confusing because it really wasn't the first episode. Why one? I mean, let's think about it. This is like in between.
Well, they were
episodes.
saying like Rogue One because Rogue One was like their call sign when they like came up out of the base. So like, what's your call sign?
They really didn't
Rogue
make that
One.
clear. I mean,
They didn't.
Well,
That-
later on,
that
in
was
the
an
other
issue.
movies,
That
later
was an
on
issue.
in the other movies,
Or
they're
they
like
planned.
Rogue Squadron was a thing,
Yeah.
and then like check in Rogue Leader, Rogue One, Rogue Two.
I didn't like how they didn't have the classic Star Wars intro.
yeah,
the
that
title-
was
That was just so disappointing.
not okay with that. Not
It's
okay.
true. That was the one disappointing thing. But on the good note, K2SO, the droid,
Droid was pretty funty.
it was legendary.
Baller.
It was great.
Yeah.
And the 2 people died at the end. That was unexpected.
Pretty much everyone died at the end, actually.
It was pretty great.
Hey Zeke, what did you think of Rogue One?
I hated it.
I remember chocolate.
All right, thank you Zeke for your movie review. Your hair is disgusting.
It is pretty bad. Can confirm.
Yeah. But with other events going on in the school, like, that's Lee Thibodeau. That is an alumni from the school.
Hello,
He's here
Lee.
visiting. Connor Beck has been in town. He's been coming to winter conditioning. If you want to see him, come out to winter conditioning, which I'm sure you all do.
Yep, because this school is 80% runners, 20% others.
Others.
And what do we do here? We think about others.
So we think about the 20%. Well, that's a wrap for this week's of NCHuS Media. We really didn't tell you anything, but we hope you enjoyed. See you next week or some other time.